I'm gonna go.
It adds to the recording. It adds to the vibe. It's...
Oh, hello, everyone.
We really are just a bunch of friends playing D&D.
Yeah,
That's fun though.
that is what we do here. Hello, everyone.
We play Dungeons and Dragons.
We play Dungeons and Dragons.
Welcome back to another session of Mistwalkers Spectrum Fraternity. I am your humble host, Lily. Here back at you with, don't mind me typing in the background as I look up what number of episode this is. Welcome back to episode 15 of Mistwalkers. Very excited to have everyone here. Very excited to be queer with everyone, of course. We'll go ahead and do a nice little round the table introductions. Going ahead and starting with Yulia, please.
Yeah, that's me. Hello, everyone. My name is Yulia. I am a Royal Elven Princess Knight VTuber. I go by RoyalKnightVT on various socials. I'm just a little guy, and I play our local cleric, Kloven. I'm very excited to be playing today. Yippee! Yippee!
Thank you, Yulia. Next up, we have Meris.
Yes, hello. I'm MerisAurum. I am a celestial dragon VTuber. I specialize in storytelling streams. I also run my own D&D campaign on the side called The Trial of Hearts, so check it out if you love ridiculous romance shenanigans and political intrigue. It's a very fun time. But while I'm here, I play the one, the only, the titular Sewer King, the party's fighter of indeterminate subclass that no one should be worried about because it's fine.
Yeah, don't worry about the fact that his mom just basically forced her way into his mouth at the end of last session.
Don't worry about it.
Oh, that was last session. That feels like it was an eternity ago.
I mean,
Don't worry about it.
to be fair, it's been at least a month and a half since we last played.
The holiday season gets in the way.
Holiday season gets in the way. Mm-hmm. Either way, thank you so much, Meris. Next up, we have Sif.
Hi, I'm Sif_VTuber, living suit of armor. I play game, I play art, I'm really good at Monster Hunter. And I'm back again as local farmer boy Tate. I grow tulips.
Tulips.
Hey, can I get some of those for a bouquet? Is that okay? Am I allowed to have some?
It's not Kloven's color.
Fuck.
Perfect. Well, thank you, Sif. Next up, we have Aster.
Hi everyone, I'm Aster. I'm your local cosmic archmage VTuber. I live in a tower, I play Souls-likes, I'm an aspiring voice actor, and I like nerdy stuff, especially tabletop nerdy stuff. You can find me at ArchmagesTower on Twitch and Blue Sky, and I play Thaddeus, our local optimistic, kind of gay disaster artificer.
Love that for you. But yes, as
he doesn't. Being gay is suffering.
But as for myself, I guess this is an additional thing for me. I mostly draw a lot of things, a lot of D&D stuff, including characters and scenes from this campaign. But outside of that, I just play a shitload of D&D with a lot of these lovely people here. And yeah, so we like tabletop RPGs here very much. I've got a quick little session recap that I will go ahead and go over before we hop back into the game proper tonight.
We greatly appreciated.
Yes. I feel like I missed some of the specifics of it, but you know, this is how it goes. Alrighty. So, last session, the party found themselves face to face with the Namiota. Sewer King proceeded to jump directly into its belly, intentionally being eaten and swallowed by the monster in order to attempt to save Gale. While inside, SK found it to be surprisingly not filled with acid. He noticed a glowing green object in the compartment that he seemed to be able to stand in, which he recognized as some kind of heart-like object and quickly moved to devour it. at his mother's wishes. Doing so also freed Gale from a mouth-like entity that had attached itself to him, but he found himself to be blinded from whatever it was that was happening. From there, SK attempted to burrow outside to escape from the belly of the beast. On the outside, the rest of the party tangled with the main body of the Namiota as well as the small monsters it had called in. Quinn and Tate worked together to pull the beast back into the anti-mist circle, while Thaddeus, Kloven, Anti, and Adamar, as well as the rest of the expedition, worked to deal with the minions. Eventually, they were able to bring the Namiota back, and SK was able to chew himself free. Upon escaping, the Namiota screamed in pain before the party retreated back to the town of Dashek. The party then proceeded to argue with each other over SK's conduct with the fight and his jumping to action, both to save Gale as well as to go for the eye. SK defended himself, but the party remained frustrated. Quinn, however, understood SK's reasoning and thanked him for saving Gale. With tensions high, they all went their separate ways for the moment. While coming back, they also talked to Lark, who expressed distress over Gale's fate and seemed regretful for her previous actions. A few folks also went to Gale and tended to his condition while he recovered. Kloven, in particular, using some of his magic, was able to recede some of the plants out of his skin, which, with a few more days of work, would likely be able to restore him to some form of better state. A few members of the team went to retrieve one of the fallen monsters from the scene of the fight with the intention to work on it some more later, and were successful in doing so. Tate and SK had an additional talk about what happened earlier in the day and came to something more of an understanding with each other. Shortly after, SK's mother appeared after Tate left and proceeded to gaslight SK thoroughly regarding everything that had happened that day. Though SK spoke back a little bit, defending his newfound compatriots, he still resigned to Mother Knows Best, who seemed to appear in a more physical form, one of tarry and fiery horror. She walked over to SK over the water of the cove, pried his mouth open before stepping inside, metaphorically renewing a vow once more. Yeah, that's the recap. Okay.
Oh, well written.
Thank you for clarifying that it was in fact gaslighting.
What do you mean?
No, guys.
Just so we're all
SK,
on
have
the
you-
same page here.
SK, have you ever heard the adage about the gaslighter?
Guys, my mom's really nice, okay?
Uh-huh.
Uh,
I bet she made you a grilled cheese one time, and, and you've just ridden that high waiting for it again.
Alrighty, though. So, with that, everyone comes back to the, sorry, I'm just completely derping out on my sentences. Everybody came back to their abode and proceeded to sleep through the night. No weird dreams or anything of the sort. As you rise in the morning, make sure I have my notes up. You notice, well, let's ask the question. Who do we think would be the first to rise out of the party? Would anybody like to volunteer? Naturally, of course.
I'm sorry, Thaddeus is naturally a night owl. He's not getting up early.
Take out that farmer schedule. He'd probably be up, but not an insane amount earlier than everyone else. Unless there's a cutscene for my for being early.
Kloven would probably be relatively early, but it depends on if Tate is the farmer boy waking up earlier.
SK kind of works on Thaddeus' schedule, so,
Wonder what he could mean by this.
Alrighty.
Could it be?
So then we'll say it's probably Tate that is the one that's up first. Farmer schedule and all. And as you sort of start to rise, kind of rub your eyes and blink a few times, making sure that you're, properly awake, giving your back a little scratch. You notice that there is an additional person inside of the room with all of you. That is the small bunny girl woman, Lark, as you've come to know her. And she is just kind of sitting up against a wall, kind of waiting, looking down at the moment.
Good morning. Is that... Sorry, where we're from, it's not usually the norm to be walking in other people's abodes
Is it?
unannounced like that. Yeah, but, I mean, our group is, well, we're what's alien here, so don't you go worrying about that.
No, I mean, we don't really have doors here, so I suppose privacy is kind of a suggestion. Good morning to you, though.
Good morning. How are you feeling? How's your dad?
Oh, I checked on him just a bit before coming here a few hours ago. I mean, not great, but seems to be doing better, seemingly thanks to you folks again.
Don't worry, Kloven and we'll go there as soon as we can for a follow-up. I promise.
That would be appreciated. That's not why I'm here, though.
Yeah?
I don't... Well, I mean, I guess I did just kind of want to wait here. I don't really know.
You're more than welcome to spend time here, but yeah, you were saying?
Well, I don't want you to wake everyone up if they're peacefully sleeping, but I guess I didn't think this one through very well.
It's okay, Lark. It's, early. I assume. I can't see the sun down here.
Yeah, time is kind of relative. I can tell you that I am starting to feel tired, which means it should likely be somewhere closer to the morning.
Okay.
Sorry. Night
Were you
owl and
just-
all.
So, what's up? Did you just want to wait around here for us all to get going, or was there something you wanted to talk about?
Not particularly with just specifically you, but maybe it would be good to wake everyone up, so that way I don't just sit here for a few hours.
I suppose so. I mean, if I'm up, then everyone else should be up by now. Or, well, they should have gotten enough rest. Thaddeus and SK excluding, perhaps. But, out of character, I know SK's aware of, like, how familiar Lark is with everything above and everything. Does the rest of the party know that?
I don't know if it's ever been specifically relayed to the party at this point.
Yeah, I don't believe so.
We have not acted it out at that. I can say that much.
I want to talk with Lark more, but this isn't a free time, so I think we should wake up the party.
I mean, you can talk with her more. She's gonna be we're gonna be talking for a bit, but your call.
Oh, we're gonna. Oh, okay. I am. Lark, I was kind of curious. I mean, I don't know much about you, but you and SK seem comfortable around each other.
Do we?
I mean, maybe you've just spoken to him once or twice already. I don't know what everyone's been up to exactly.
No, there's just
But-
something oddly familiar about him.
I see. And you're not from around here, right? I think I heard that from Gale.
Oh, well, I am. Just a
Well,
little
I
bit
mean-
different.
Ah, okay, I'm sorry. I know it means a lot to you. I got that part right?
Gale,
Yeah.
I think I'm beginning to realize how much he means to me.
How long have you, your whole life, been with Gale?
No. No, not even close.
But
Oh, I suppose I should probably say something about that. I'm at least 500 years old, so.
You, ever do any, gardening those 500 years?
No, I've never done any gardening. That's not exactly my duty.
Well, I mean, yeah, but, I mean, you guys aren't only doing your duties here, right? Like, you're allowed pastimes and other things, yeah?
I suppose. It's not like we're not allowed.
I don't know. It's just, well, when we're done what we're done here, I mean, you probably already know this, but we'll have a way open back to the stocks, back to where we're from, without needing to travel through all that, mist.
I, will not be able to join you.
Why is that?
Well, I can't really travel too far from this place.
Wait, because of the mist, or because of...
In a way, because of the mist. We're getting ahead of ourselves. But you need to just wake everyone up.
Alright, can I insight check that to, like, see if she's being evasive now, for real?
Sure.
Yeah, alright. Guys, I got this.
+0, baby.
+0.
Okay,
Yeah,
13. Once again, your girl forgets to have dice ready for Dungeons and Dragons. Got it here somewhere. There it is. It's hard to tell exactly if she's being evasive. You're kind of getting a lot of mixed signals from her at the moment. So something isn't clicking, and you're not sure if that's just who she is or if she's lying in some way, shape, or form.
I understand. I'll go wake up other people right now, but, if you ever want to talk in a less awkward way, let me know, alright?
Oh,
I'm not the best
absolutely.
at conversating. Alright.
You are a simple man, but sometimes that can be welcome.
Tate's gonna take that as a compliment. I'm gonna go wake everybody up. I'm simple.
Okay, yep, I'm up.
Good morning, y'all.
Good morning.
Good morning to you all as well.
What? Tate?
Listen, alright? I'm respecting the cultural norms of this place we're staying at, and due to the lack of doors, you know, I mean, surprise guests.
She chuckles and
Yeah,
says, "Sorry, girl in a boy's bedroom and all."
No, that
Oh, I just
wasn't what I
realized,
was...
yeah.
Oh, that has never been a problem, I assure you.
Oh,
Why would that be a problem?
Never mind.
simple man.
I'm gonna keep
Quite
taking that as a
endearing when you...
compliment.
It's quite endearing when you get to know him, but, Lark, was it?
Mm-hmm, that's correct.
Okay, let's talk turkey. What do you want?
Turkey? What is that saying?
Kloven, I don't think they understand stocks expressions.
Would make sense since it doesn't seem like they're from the stocks.
Yeah, well, listen, I'm running on autopilot sometimes. I just woke up.
It is early, but, I think Lark just wanted to see everybody.
Bit more to it than that. Are you all feeling all right after yesterday?
Turns to SK, get the general vibe check from...
DM,
Mm-hmm.
can I ask
you-
about my own vibe check?
Yeah.
How am I feeling after my last motherly encounter?
After you consumed the being, she mostly went quiet and left you to your own devices. So if it's up to you, but I would imagine SK is probably just feeling a little conflicted right now.
Mm-hmm. But like physically, I feel okay.
Yeah, physically you feel fine.
Okay. All right. Good. Good to know.
Good enough.
He kind of has a look about him like he hasn't gotten a good night's sleep. Granted, like, bags under his eyes are like nothing new, but I don't know. They look particularly dark this morning. But he's SK's kind of quiet. He's just kind of watching everybody, with his handful of rat friends.
You can perception check. Actually, insight check from everyone. Thank you.
Okay.
I got another one, DM.
Yeah, you get another one.
Oh, 5. 3.
Oh,
Why is that an
man.
advantage?
You said insight?
Mm-hmm.
I got 2. I did worse than
my
you.
Oh my god, y'all!
Wow. We just woke up. They're still sleeping.
I'm just eepy. I'm just an eepy little guy.
I can't insight anything. My monocle isn't on yet.
Meris, you're making this check too.
Oh.
This is on Lark.
Lark.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I see.
Oh.
That's our new
I asked.
Everyone's doing
so-
bad.
They're so cool and normal.
That's our rabbit lady right there.
I
Yeah.
asked 4 people to give me an insight check, and the
Nothing
highest
weird.
roll is a 4.
Listen, DM. If you wanted to tell your players info, you don't ask for a roll.
No,
That's all I'm saying.
I just expected one of you to get it. I didn't want all of you to get it.
I think you think too highly of
I
us.
advantage on that actually because
I
we're
think we
so
all deserve
alike.
a reroll.
You know what? Please go ahead and
She wants us to know. She wants us to know.
I want one person to know. Please do better.
Alright, I got this.
Please
Kobe.
do better.
Oh my god, it's cursed.
Not me rolling the same roll.
Ugh.
Oh
No!
my
Alright,
god!
Thaddeus, it's all you. It's all you, buddy.
Thaddeus, come on.
Oh, it's all on me, huh? I got an 8! I got an 8, guys! It's the highest we've gotten so far!
Okay.
Well, that's it.
It certainly
It's
is.
over.
No one gets it.
Okay. I'll do this another way.
Perception. It's a passive perception.
Do we all get it from failing? Is that how it works?
The hive mind.
2 negatives
success.
becomes a positive, right?
4 negatives definitely
It's
become a
too good. One of
positive.
us
Come
has to
on.
be a genius.
Oh my god. Okay. We'll
Yeah,
come
I
back.
think
We'll
it's
come
fun.
back to this.
We're just getting the bad rolls out of the way.
Okay.
Right.
Anyways, sorry, that really threw me off just how poorly everyone rolled.
We should have done that.
Anyways. So Lark will kind of just scan over the lot of you, just sort of like trying to make little inferences, at least into your early morning demeanor. Is this really all it takes? Thaddeus, you notice that her eyes linger on SK for a little longer than the rest of you. That's all you get with an 8. But I give you something.
I did my best. That's enough for Thaddeus to press X to doubt. It's okay.
Okay. She'll
Yeah,
just
girls wouldn't look at SK.
Perceive him.
receive the man. But yes, so she'll just kind of take a deep breath and just say, well, I wanted to come by to apologize to you all for what happened yesterday. I can't say that I was entirely expecting it to be that defensive over you all. And perhaps I should have been there with you. Perhaps I almost threw you under the bus, and that is my mistake.
I apologize. What are you implying something right now?
That you very well could have died yesterday.
We could have died a lot of days. Doesn't make it any different than the usual kind of fights we get into.
Is that so?
Don't think that should be a norm to strive for, you guys.
Oh, considering the grand mission we're on, it's to be expected.
Yeah, unfortunately.
So, but I thank you for your concern. It's very kind of you.
But you didn't just come here to bury the hatchet and apologize, did you?
No. What do you think I came here for?
That depends. You willing to tell us?
I'm willing to tell
Friends?
you something. Ooh, friends. That's a good word for it. Never had many of those.
Well, stay with us long enough and you'll you'll find you're in plenty.
Well, let's just come out with it then. I told Tate here just a bit ago that I am over 500 years old, I've been around for a long time, and that you folks... Tate didn't hear this part, that you folks are apparently here to save us, and that was partially prophesized by some other person. I believe he told me that you would know him, Thalafir. Does that ring a bell to you all?
Really loud and annoying one, yes.
Oh, he wasn't that bad.
I'd say he was pretty bad.
How do you know Thalafir?
Me?
No, Lark.
Oh.
I mean, I met him good few years ago at this point, but
By your standards, what could a good few mean?
well, shortly before I came to live here in New Dashek at the very least. Dashek itself is a whole other story.
Kloven's gonna stay quiet.
He just popped by for a visit, did he?
Well, I was elsewhere at the time, but I don't know, maybe I stumbled upon something I wasn't supposed to.
Oh, and what was that?
I think if I told you, he would probably be very mad.
You mean Thalafir, or...
Yes, Thalafir.
Then tell us. I don't care if he's pissed or not.
I was up on the floating island. I think you probably passed by it.
The one with the whale in front of it?
The whales fly up to it. If that's what you mean, then yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, something in there. But that's not exactly important. He told me to wait for you all back here, and that you would be able to free, well, restore the tree, etc. Good 15 years ago, I think, at this point, though time is a bit of a weird soup.
Time is a weird soup, yes.
He said that, did he?
Mm-hmm. That's correct.
That would be uncharacteristically confident in our abilities for him.
Or he was unconfident and he was being sarcastic.
He did seem pretty genuine.
So he believes that we're able to save this place then. That's quite generous. And good to know on our parts, at least. Did he mention a good way or how we came about doing so?
Nothing specific there. So,
Hmm.
sorry.
Man doesn't really deal in specifics, does he?
Perhaps not.
Well, I can't believe that you're all just taking me at my word on this.
And why wouldn't you be forthright with us?
Unfortunately, I'm taking you at your word because everything you've said is pretty in character for him.
Okay, that's good. What if I told you that I was the daughter of an ancient god from another plane of existence?
Well, you already told me that.
Yeah, didn't we have this conversation?
You do remember. Good. Yes. I was more so just trying to shock the rest of them.
Yes,
slip
I
up.
remember.
Is that so?
You're inciting that?
Yeah, that's the 12-hour roll.
You can tell that they're lying. Or not, sorry.
Oh,
Me too.
You can tell, sorry. let me do this again. You can tell that they are actually telling the truth. I messed that up entirely. They're just being
Okay, so I
they're
believe
being
that they're the child of a god.
Yes.
So, and Yulia for 19.
You can kind of just like look at her and just tell. Being something of that yourself, there's a similar aura emanating from her that just feels like you are not kindred, as it's a different god, but similar. Good. I'm glad you all believed that.
You haven't given us much reason to mistrust you.
Especially since you knew his name in the first place. And you knew that we knew his name.
Well, I suppose.
You're not going to get in trouble for talking to this side, are you?
No. I haven't exactly spoken with her in a while, so.
Her?
Slune, my mother.
Ah,
Gods tend to be unresponsive when we need them the most, right? Aren't
Indeed.
The truth.
Well, most of the reason I wanted to come to talk to you was to say that I'm not going to be sitting on the sidelines and having people do my dirty work for me anymore. And that whenever you do go out next, I will be coming along with you.
are you certain you're in a fit enough condition to do so? I thought with the well being in the state that it's in, you'd be, well, weakened.
Oh, I am. That's absolutely true. But from what I've learned, you were able to do some good damage to it. So, if I can help to kill it, then, well, I stand only to benefit.
I apologize, Miss Lark, but we have no intention of killing that creature.
Why not?
It's a dear friend of this community. It would be a shame to let that friendship go to waste.
A dear friend, the being that is captured and snared and taken countless people from them. How would that be a dear friend?
If that giant eye attached to it is any indication, it may not be of its own doing.
Explain.
I thought you knew. I thought you knew all this. Being as
Oh
old
my,
and
do we know
wise as you
something
are.
you don't?
It would.
We have a leg up on you now.
In this sense, you do. Continue.
Are you? You said you're familiar with Thalafir. Have you encountered the child at all?
I'm not entirely familiar with what. I mean, I know what children are.
Hmm.
No, trust me, you would remember this one if you had encountered it.
What
Well
is
then,
what is that?
let's just say it's our grand adventure we spoke of. But in order to free our friend, we need to dispatch of that eye. That is our goal.
And with that, you'll be able to dispel the mist from the area? I believe I overheard that at some point.
Yeah.
If all goes well, then yes.
Well then. I suppose that works too. I just assumed we were going to kill it because, you know, it killed so many people.
This is gonna sound rich coming from me, but sometimes violence actually isn't the answer.
Well, a modicum of violence.
Lethal violence.
Regardless, we are thankful that you're willing to provide support. So.
Well, you are very welcome. Were you able to attempt to see if the Moonwell water was effective against it? That was another thing Thalafir mentioned to me.
We had procured some, but I don't believe we put it to use.
Well, you all brought one to test on. Might as well, see?
Oh, yes. Kloven will get up and, well, can give it a try, see if your father is receptive to it at all.
Oh, I don't think you should do that to Gale.
No.
No?
The moon water on Namiota is what you meant, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
But the spawns,
Well,
the one that Quinn and Tate, I believe you both brought back. That's worth testing.
Okay. We'll certainly give it a try then.
Well, perfect then. Thank you all for your cooperation.
Yeah, Thaddeus, SK, you'll do the testing, right?
Seems what I'm good at.
Yeah, then Kloven and I will go take a look at Gale and see if we can catch up with Quinn.
Sounds like a plan.
Out of character, Quinn isn't in this cave, right?
Correct.
With us?
Not right now.
Yeah, so we'll do that.
Well, do you have any last minute questions for me?
I have many, but I think we can speak at a later time.
Just stop by my place whenever you're ready.
Out of character, I would want Tate to chase her down a little bit after she leaves to ask her something and ask her some things in private, if that's okay.
Yeah, totally.
Yep.
And if no one else grabs her, then she'll go ahead and walk off.
Yeah, I'm gonna go talk to Lark real quick if y'all don't mind giving me the privacy of doing so.
Go for it.
I'll see you with Gale later then, Kloven.
Oh, okay. No problem.
Mm-hmm. And Tate is gonna go chase after Lark and try to flag her down.
She hasn't made it that far.
Yeah. Lark, I wanted to follow up on some of the things we were talking about when it was just you and me, if you're comfortable with it.
By all means, simple man, what do you want?
Humorous. Listen, you said before that even when we get everything set up, you wouldn't be able to travel far from here, and that's regardless of the mist, right?
At least from what I can imagine will happen. There's a bit of a few unknown factors.
Would you want... I mean, do you want to leave? Like, if you had the choice.
This place has always been my home.
Yeah, but we all travel from home at some point. I mean, look at the rest of us here. Look at SK. He's probably the furthest from home as we know. He wasn't exactly born in the stocks, at least I don't think so.
She looks at you for a little while, just takes a deep breath and just says, "Yes, I would like to travel eventually. I was mostly just planning to reattach myself, but I met some interesting people while out there. I think it would do me well to meet more."
Yeah, I can assure you, there are plenty of interesting people out there. In fact, there's a lovely little town by the name of Kenril that might be worth your interest. I'm not saying you have to go traveling with us or anything. I know what we're doing is, well, awfully dangerous, but forgive me for being forward, but I don't think you should. I think we should help you. I feel like there's more. I'm sorry if I'm not using my words exactly right here, but when we're done with Namiota, if you have any inkling of how we can help you, don't be afraid to ask, alright?
It's very sweet, simple man.
Anytime, mysterious lady.
Let me say this. I don't believe that I'll be able to reattach myself as well as I was before the sundering happened. But if I am able to go free, then I would like to see this place, this Kenril, these stocks.
I promise you we'll do everything in our power to make it so.
Very good. Then get rid of this goddamn mist. That's step one.
Mm-hmm. Of course. Are you heading back to Gale right now?
I think I was going to wander through the mists for a bit. Go back to the Moonwell.
Out of character. I'm so sorry to have to ask this DM. Do we know that she can walk through the mist just fine like SK?
Nope.
Lark, are you... Wait, the mist... You have a way to travel through the mist unharmed?
Mm-hmm.
Will you be fine up there by yourself?
Absolutely.
I mean... Huh. See.
She gets a little bit of a shit-eating grin at this comment. She says, well, I'm not the only one that can do that.
Wait, by only one, do you mean like you're not like Anti and Namiota, are you?
No, I'm not a guardian.
And you sure you'll be fine up there? You've done this before, I take it?
Yes, I'll be fine. I did this with SK the other night.
Wait, you and SK traveled?
Did he not
Last
tell
night?
you? Well, not last night. It was a few nights ago at this point, I suppose.
No, he didn't tell us, but I don't blame him for not thinking we'd believe him or nothing, but...
Well... Either way. Trust me, I'll be fine. I'm not even alive. It doesn't matter.
Tate is gonna take that the wrong way, and like if Lark goes to turn away from him, he's gonna grab her by the arm and say, "Hey, I don't know what you mean by that, but you shouldn't say things like that. You matter."
She looks back at you, offended that you touched her. Don't do that.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, I know I'm not used to, well, your thinking at this point. I don't think this is exactly the same thinking of other people here, but what you said alarmed me pretty well. He'll, like, let go of her.
I'm not going to require any sort of check for this, but you can see that, like, inside her eyes are basically just, like, she has, you know, eyebrows and just the general framing devices of the eyes, but there's no, like, pupil or iris inside of them. But at this moment, as you're looking at her, you can see a little curved, almost slit forming in her eyes.
Can I roll nature or something to, like, because, you know, she said she's a child of God and stuff. Like, is this like, is this a bunny person thingy, or is this a freak thingy? Can I roll nature for this?
Sure.
That's a 9.
You've never seen anything like this before.
I think Tate might, like, just out of surprise take like a half step back. I see. I'll stop taking up your time, Lark. I'll be with Gale if you need me. But do be careful up there. Regardless of how many times you've done it before.
I'll be fine. Thank you for your concern.
And he'll just nod and sort of, like, stand there with a very, not confused expression, but, like, one almost about, like, lost in thought, yet still focused on Lark as she walks away.
Alright. Do you want to bring anything back to the rest of the party, or leave it there?
Oh, I don't know. Would the party still be back in the cave by the time I come back?
Kloven probably would not be.
I feel like SK would be slow moving this morning, so he'd probably still be around.
And, like, would Thaddeus be there too?
Yeah, he's still kind of tinkering with things.
I don't want to, like, do 2 free times in a row, but I feel like if SK and Thaddeus are there, Tate would want to grab SK.
I don't mind. Go for it.
SK, you got a second? Sorry to interrupt. Won't be too long.
Kind of eyes you a little bit, wondering if this is him getting yelled at part 2, but he kind of just gives a nonchalant shrug of his shoulders, just, oh, very well. I will, I'll follow you out.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Like, outside the cave, round a corner, he's gonna do like, you know the Smiling Friends thing where like Mr. Boss pushes up Alan against the wall.
Alan!
Al, we are so fucked. Sewer King. We are so fucked by the narrative. SK, listen. How well do you know and trust Lark?
I don't know her at all, and I trust her just about as much as I can throw her, but I wouldn't say that she's been particularly forthcoming, but she's provided some very interesting information, I'd say.
Yeah, she's, been very forthcoming with me.
Oh. Laying on that farmer boy charm, are you?
I don't think I'm quite exciting enough for her, but, not what I'm talking about. Listen, she told me that, well, that she could travel through the mist, and that she had done so with you a night or two prior.
He kind of blinks a little bit at that. Yes. Yes, I suppose we did.
I want to start this off by saying that I'm not mad, and you've had a lot of pointing be done at you, but I hope my concern is understandable, as you didn't tell anyone about this as far as I'm aware.
Well, in my defense, I was in a half-awake stupor. Frankly, I thought I was dreaming for the majority of it, but it didn't seem to be a pressing concern.
No, I get that, but I mean, it's not like you knew this person knew about Thalafir ahead of time or anything. It's just, listen, I know we're in a strange place, and obviously some things are going to be different, but Lark is, there's something about her that's, listen, there's something up with her, alright? And I don't mean that in a bad or good way, but I think we should be telling the others this information too, alright?
What information might that be?
That she can travel through the mist freely and that there are others like her. She was able to help you go through the mist, right?
He kind of pauses a moment as he recollects that evening, and he doesn't remember immediately Lark having done anything to him. Not like, you know, what Anti does, for example, to shield people from the mist. And he kind of furrows his brow a little bit, just, no, that wasn't quite it. She just walked, and I followed.
Into the mist, and you knew where you were going, and like at this point, SK is looking. I mean, Tate is looking you up and down, SK, to like really make sure that you're like fine health wise.
Yes, it sounds ludicrous now saying it aloud, but I didn't think about it at the time. The mist being a concern.
Huh. Maybe you're like her in some ways. I don't know. But listen, I think Lark's going to be a person of interest for a while, well after we're done here.
I dare say, if she is the offspring of a god. But I don't think that's what you're referring to.
No, I mean, she rings true like Thalafir has. I don't know if she's going to turn out to be a friend or not. And to be honest, I'm kind of hoping she does, but I don't know. I just want to make sure that we're all on the same page at the very least. I'm not saying things would have gone differently had we known about Lark's ability, but I'd like to make sure that, you know, none of us are missing any information. Alright?
Very well. Should any new developments occur, I will endeavor to be more forthcoming.
Yeah, it's fine. I feel like you said you were tired and stuff. I just... We need to... Cooperation ain't even that big of a problem for us. I don't know why this is a concern in my mind, but... Thaddeus gets so stressful about, you know, who he's looking for. And with the sudden talk of gods, I find myself wondering how Kloven's feeling. I mean, I know he always shows off a smile, but I could just be looking too deep into everyone, but I know we'll do better if we're all open. Alright? And trusting of each other, and he puts his hand on SK's shoulder. I know what happened last time was a lot, so I just want to remind you I've got your back, okay?
He gives a smile, but it's not his characteristically unguarded, toothy smile, just kind of polite and practiced, and gives you a nod. Of course. After all, we must see this all through together for to make it.
Of course. Alright. I've taken enough of your time, but, I'm seeing Kloven, you're seeing Thaddeus. I'll catch Kloven and possibly Adamar up, and you can tell Thaddeus about Lark?
Certainly.
Thanks, SK. Means the world. No, pat you on the shoulder and begin to walk off.
You know, Tate,
Yeah?
not everyone has to be your particular responsibility.
You acting like you guys ain't taking responsibility for me. We're friends. We look out for each other. We cover for each other when stupid shit comes up. We stick up for each other when someone dates someone's sister and fucks up. That's what we do.
Kind of lifts his eyebrows at that very specific example.
It's Tate's turn with the shit-eating grin. You're my friend, SK.
His smile gets a little bigger at that. Gives a nod.
And he'll nod back and then resume back with a smile on his face as well, and then resume back to heading over to Gale.
All right. And we'll close on that for now. Then we'll move on to SK, did you want to go do science time with Thaddeus? I think that was being insinuated.
I certainly can.
All right.
Certainly.
Mm-hmm.
Certainly.
Then probably like 10 minutes after you kind of get back, you brief Thaddeus on the stuff that Tate told you about. I assume. We don't have to roleplay that out, but I just want to.
Yeah. For the sake of brevity,
Yeah.
we'll say that he fills Thaddeus in on Lark developments.
Okay.
Thanks
Probably.
for catching me up.
Of course. It seemed awfully important to him.
Yeah. It sure did, huh? SK. I was worried about you back there, you know. Oh yeah, Lily, were you gonna say anything?
No, I'm just gonna play out this like very quickly. But you know, I was just gonna have Quinn join. But whenever,
Oh, yeah,
whenever the scene finishes, this little bit, I don't want to interrupt. If it's just like a minute.
I'm about to make something dangerous. And you know I haven't said that in a long time. So,
No, you've tend to restrain yourself of late.
Yeah. But I was trying to play it cool earlier when Lark broke into our hideout, I suppose. But I'm terrified. The Namiota. This is the first time I've genuinely felt like we could lose.
Lose?
Yeah.
I mean, certainly the tide of battle didn't go quite as planned, but we were far from being caught with our pants down.
I know. But we also weren't fighting to kill. We weren't even fighting to fight. We weren't planning on that fight, and we still took kind of a beating out there. But I'm not going to let that happen. However, this means you have to trust me, and if I make this some weapon to take care of this thing, you've got to know there's a chance that that I might have to go against the plan if things go south.
Now, first and foremost, you know that I trust you without any shred of doubt. What are you planning that has you so concerned?
SK, if I cook that thing to the ground, I don't want you to be inside of it when I do.
Ah, well, I wasn't exactly planning on leaping down its throat again anytime soon, if that's your concern.
Yeah, it was. Because now that I've seen you do it once, I'm worried you'll try something stupid like that again.
Well, and besides, it's hardly the first time you've scorched me, and I turned out perfectly alright.
That doesn't mean I've ever felt good about it. Just play it safe, okay?
Yes, I seem to be making a lot of promises to a lot of people in the last 24 hours, but I will endeavor to place greater care upon my corporeal being.
There's only one of you. Don't make it 0.
Please, who do you think you're talking to? If nothing else, I care for my own survival.
I think I'm talking to somebody I care about a lot.
At that
But
point,
anyways.
I'm just gonna have Quinn burst into the room and just be like, "Good morning."
Hey, how have you been?
Busy morning, but oh, I see. It's just you two left. Okay. That's fine. Suppose I was just gonna grab you two anyways. I didn't interrupt anything, did I?
Not
No.
exactly.
Good. I've got I suppose the best word for it would be corpse over in the guards, the guard area. So, I'm not very good at this whole science thing. It seems to be more of your speciality, Thaddeus. But yeah, you want to come with?
I don't have anything better to do. Why not?
Good. Sorry, I feel like I'm acting a bit too happy. Maybe it's a bit of a defense mechanism. Okay, yes. Let's head on over then.
Hey. Before that.
Hmm?
What's eating at you, Quinn?
I feel like that's a bit of a loaded question considering,
Just
the world we live in.
right now. What's making that defense mechanism act up? I don't want you to work on this stuff with me if you're not in the right headspace. It could literally blow up in our faces.
He's quite particular about his science.
I'm quite particular about people not getting hurt by it, too.
Well, had a nice bright and early session of being the new, it seems, captain of the guard / interim town leader.
Oh, congratulations.
Yeah.
It's not exactly a position I was planning for. I'm only here because of Gale.
Hey, Quinn.
Mm.
Let me give you a thought exercise for a second. Think about something for me.
Anything? Or just something? Or are you gonna give me something?
I'm going to give you something.
Oh,
First of all, breathe.
breathe. Mm-hmm.
Good. Now, do you think Gale planned to be the leader when he started too?
Maybe. He does have a bit of leadership, just in general. Willing to make hard choices.
I'd bet you the last drop of whiskey in my flask that he didn't plan to have that position from the get-go. I bet you it was something that was thrust upon him in a situation just like now. Maybe not exactly the same, but similar enough.
Well, he
And
wanted...
you-
I don't mean to speak for him, but he wanted to do it for Lark.
Exactly. He didn't do it for himself. So think about it. I don't think he planned on being part of this in the way that he is. Or was. And just because you didn't plan for it doesn't make you any less qualified. I think if anybody here is ready for it, it'd be you.
Well, I'll have to do my best. I mean, there's not much other option.
Exactly. It's not much anybody else can ask of you.
I'm just not looking forward to having the old folks breathing down my neck asking for progress updates and all sorts of work and paperwork and all that disgusting things. Well, let's just get this sorted out in the next few days then, and then we'll just not have to worry about that anymore because we'll be back in peace and it'll be great.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Though honestly, didn't take you for much of a slacker, Quinn.
I don't like working. Well, at least in the desk job sense, I like working in terms of physical manual labor.
Well, somebody I know back at the stocks doesn't like doing his desk job as much as he likes being in the field, too.
Well,
You'll get the hang of it.
let's get on with it then.
Yeah, let's go check this thing out.
All right. And so you folks will wander your way over to the guards' chambers. And you can see, essentially, there's not very much activity. Quinn will probably explain on the way there that he gave everyone that's not essential, the day off, essentially, to recover from the incident yesterday.
The incident.
And you'll kind of just see, like, towards the far end of this, like, little hollowed out cavern, you can just see the corpse of one of the creatures that you guys killed. And I'm going to be putting this back onto the what's it called, to the VOD, to make sure that people see this, but I just pinged it in the art channel, just a reminder of what this thing looks like, essentially, except severed from the top.
Thank you, Day.
Thank you, Day. But sort of as you kind of go over there to take a look at it, this is the one that Adamar had essentially shot a few arrows through the vine at the top that proceeded to kind of spaz out, and just seemingly go incapacitated at that point. And as you kind of make your way over to get a closer look at it, you can see that all of the body essentially is just entirely made out of vines, similar to the ones that you would see hanging from the rest of the woods and the experiences that you've had. But with like a little bit of wood in here and there, just to make sure that it seems to be able to like be stable and have like leverage in some ways. But at the center, you see the very, very clear. Once again, you don't know what a Venus flytrap is, but I'm just saying this just to make it easy. The Venus flytrap sort of maw open with this spherical object in the center of it. And as you kind of take a look, one of the first things you notice, no perception check needed, at least for this first part, is that there seems to be some kind of faint pulsing, almost breathing. Just a slight sound that you hear as you enter in this area.
Hey, Quinn.
Get closer. Yeah?
This thing was supposed to be dead, right?
Yeah.
Why is it breathing?
That's a very good question. I'd like to know the answer to that too.
Thaddeus pulls out the gun.
It could be
No.
something parasitic living inside of it.
Yeah, could be. Or we didn't do a good enough job of killing it.
No, I mean, I dragged it over here from the other side that we left it at last night. This morning, it's not. I mean, I don't know if I should say it's not alive. It's just it's not moving. Like it's not receiving any. It's brain or whatever may be on, but it's not receiving any commands. Doesn't seem. It's like paralyzed almost.
Well, it's whatever it's doing. I don't want it to get back up and attack us, especially not when we don't have everybody here.
But I'm.
I would like to test a hypothesis, if you would permit me.
Better than what I've got right now. Give it a shot.
All right, keep that ready. He points at your gun that you've got.
You don't need to tell me that twice.
SK's gonna head over to. Is it like sprawled out like on a table or something?
They don't really have tables very much.
They don't have tables.
It's on the ground.
Rock.
It's kind of just on the rocks.
It's like a rock slab.
Yeah.
But is it parallel to the ground? Is more of my
Yes,
question.
it's parallel to
Alright.
the ground.
So he's gonna go to the head behind it where where it was severed from the Namiota.
Mm-hmm.
and with his clawed arm, he's gonna sort of poke around where it was severed and see if it gets any kind of physical reaction. For lack of a better term, like a nervous system.
Yeah, so as you sort of like take a second, you start prodding those sections, and you can see that as you poke different parts of it, one proceeds to make the right arm, or arm equivalent, you know, the right phalanges, kind of like twitch a little bit as you do so. Another one causes the left to do the same, and then a number of them proceed to like kind of make the general thing that sort of fills out the bottom of it also proceed to move a little bit, but in a much less stark and twitchy way, if that makes sense. It seems to be slower on that side.
Well, I think we can rule out the parasite theory.
Yeah, but what do we have now?
I imagine, we have the equivalent of a puppet without strings.
Oh boy. Well, at the plus side, at least it's not alive.
I wouldn't be so sure. If it is breathing, even simulated, that means there's some sort of activity happening in here.
Yeah. Well, do you want to be the one to take it apart, or should I?
Well, kind of cracks his knuckles a little bit. I do consider myself a bit of an expert in this field. Although this would be a new kind of specimen, I am most intrigued.
Have you done this before?
He's done worse.
He's done worse?
Well, you say worth. It's normally for eating things, you know. You dissect a creature, you disembowel it, you skin it, and you organize the parts, and, you know, it's... There's a method to it all.
Yeah, and SK's gotten very practiced at his method.
Okay, I'm very much out of my depth here. I just kind of was planning to just, I don't know, see if anything made it tick, or if there's anything inside of it, or...
Yes, that is the key phrase, my friend. Making it tick in the best way to learn about a creature is by its innards.
Oh. Alright. So, you're just gonna tear it open?
Yep, that's about the size of it. If you don't want to look, Quinn, you don't have to.
I feel kinda sick, if I'm not going to lie, at the thought of ripping this thing apart, all the green blood spraying everywhere.
If it makes you feel better, I highly doubt there's any kind of bodily fluids in this thing. There certainly wasn't any stomach acid in the Namioda.
And he would know from experience.
Huh. But, I mean, not to push back, but if you look here, and he points inside of the fly trap, you can see that the walls of it are kind of they're not wet anymore, but like they do have some remnants of fluid running through the almost flesh-like walls of the two sides of the fly trap.
Interesting.
There seemed to be something there, at least from my cursory knowledge of, well, I mean, fish. It's mostly what I know is fish.
You got a good point.
Question, DM.
Mm-hmm.
You said it's no longer moist, like it's dried up.
Yes.
Yeah.
No better word for it.
Yeah, alas. If SK gets up close to like the, for lack of a better word, maw of this thing,
Mm-hmm.
what does it smell like? Is it sweet?
Bad.
Make me either a survival or nature check with advantage.
Ooh. How about a nat 20? To make up for all my wretched rolls.
All right.
Let's go.
What does it smell like? You've smelled. This is an interesting thing to describe. This is definitely a squick warning. A reminder for me when I'm editing this. You've lived a long time, SK. And you have seen the insides of animals. Not necessarily to digest them, but to study them. To become, the ultimate apex predator that you are right now. This lining inside of this maw, it honestly looks like flesh turned inside out. Like, this is if you were to take a human, turn its skin inside out, the underside, the bloody underside, it looks and smells like that upon closer inspection.
Oh. Regrettably, I think this creature might be a tad more complex than I had initially presumed. I will proceed with the utmost caution.
Boy. That bad, huh?
Yes. You see this here, and he'll point towards the inside of the flytrap mouth. This here is muscle tissue.
Wait. So you're saying... Oh God.
What?
Sorry, Oof.
What is he saying?
You don't.
Have you ever
want to
wondered
know,
what you'd
Quinn.
look inside out, Quinn?
Damn it, SK!
I can't say that I've ever really thought about that very much. I don't exactly like the idea.
We'll be
Yes,
thinking
why?
about it now.
Why did you have to do that to him?
Well, in any case, I would not fault you if you would rather sit this out as I get to work.
Well, carry on. You're definitely the experts in this.
He's the expert. I learned a lot of what I know from him and books my mother left around.
All right.
Well, I have to imagine this will smell wretched.
If you want to leave the room, last chance, Quinn.
No, I'm not leaving the room.
Alright.
I might not look for very much longer, but I need to be a good captain. So please proceed.
Alright, with that, I think SK is ever so slowly gonna start carving into this thing, like autopsy style.
Yeah, where are you starting?
I think... Here, let me get a look at this artwork again. I think, I think he's gonna start just below the mouth because he sees like there's still exposed flesh there, so that's probably an area he wants to avoid, at least for now, until he gets a better idea of what he's dealing with. So I think he's gonna start just below the mouth and just go like right down the center and see what he finds and like split it open.
All right. Roll for surgery.
Roll for surgery.
Surgery!
Medicine, I guess.
I mean,
Nature.
you're kind of like, you're not attacking it, but you are essentially aiming to, slit it open. So I'll make it easier for you because I'm a kind of gentle DM, and say, make me an attack roll, please.
An attack roll.
Just to see sort of your precision that you use your hands with in this.
Ooh,
Yike.
that's a nat one.
Again?
Yep.
SK!
The duality of man.
I'm gonna retroactively say you have advantage on this.
Because you don't want to describe it.
I don't think I have
Wait,
this.
he's covered
It's just gonna be
gum.
the staking scene from Dracula Dead and Loving It. Like,
Yeah.
just...
Oh no.
I don't have the stomach to describe this going wrong. Okay, so you got a 25. That's pretty good.
Wow!
Wow,
Would
way
you
to
look at
go.
that?
Oh my god.
Just I handed Thaddeus' later power set, right?
I need to just do what Brennan Lee Mulligan does and just give you advantage on like 70% of rolls.
Just tonight, yeah.
Yeah, but either way. So as you sort of like go ahead and sort of take your SK essentially has claws, right?
On one hand, yes.
On one hand. So you take your clawed hand and just kind of proceed to let like the sharpened claws sort of dig in. And as you do, there's not like any sort of spurts of like fluid because, it seems to be drying up at least in some way, shape, or form. But as you sort of do, there's just like a little bit of like green liquid that seems to sort of like bubble to the top as if it was just like sort of lingering but didn't quite dry up and hasn't quite come to the surface yet. So as it does come to the surface, you kind of like take a second and steel yourself as you push your hand a little bit further in. And then as you do, this noticeable like feeling of plant life that your hand is carving through, you kind of like go ahead and start to move your hand in an almost saw-like position, saw-like way. And it moves a bit further down until you sort of have like a good amount of room to play with. Taking your hands and sort of going to sort of like widen the gap, widen the wound essentially. I don't know surgery terms. I'm sure there's a better word for this. You pull it open and you see inside of this is something covered in green stuff, but it's a noticeably different consistency than the rest. And can I have you make a perception check for me?
Yeah.
With advantage.
10.
Okay. The DC was not that hard. The DC was not that hard. There's something else in there as well. Something that seems to have this very latent sheen to it.
Is it like what I found in the stomach? Like that?
Sorry.
The Namiota stomach?
No, it is not. Thank you.
Huh. And the green stuff, like the vines, or like a viscous material, or
Yeah.
what kind of
So
stuff?
You sort of like, as you're sort of like kind of taking in this, whatever this is, you sort of reach your hand down to it and just sort of see if you can like kind of test its toughness. And it seems to be almost a flesh-like consistency.
Curious.
What'd you find?
I'm not sure. It's almost like an exoskeleton. The vines formed a protective shell against its soft, mushy interior.
Ah,
Almost like... I don't know. It feels like... it's digesting something.
yeah. Whatever it is, can you dig it out?
Well, she'll find out. He's gonna... whatever the... We're a little crow-brained here, so whatever the shiny thing was, that sheen that he found
Mm-hmm.
amidst the green fleshy substance. I
It's
think
a
he's
fleshy
gonna try and-
substance coated in green, to be specific.
Got it.
Yes.
Got it. He's gonna try and get a closer look at that. Not like pull it out, but just try and like see what is making the light reflect like that.
Yeah. So you reach down into this cavity, and just for a minor note, I would say it's probably like 6 or 8 inches thick. This like the green exoskeleton, as you called it.
Oh, good. So SK's just elbows deep in this thing.
Ugh.
And as you sort of go ahead and like go to, are you touching it? Correct?
Yeah.
Just confirming, you know.
Rolled up the sleeves.
Yep.
Yeah, we're in there.
As you go down to touch it, it's hard. It seems to be some kind of rock.
And it feels attached.
Do you yank on it at all?
He's not gonna like yank, but he's gonna give it a little tug to see if there's resistance.
As you kind of go to tug on it, you see that as you do so, it does seem to be connected to something, but not to the flesh. As you tug, there's something that seems to be something that almost looks like fabric. That seems to be it seems to be attached to, that is sort of covered in this green fluid, so kind of hard to differentiate from the rest, but does seem to be separate from the body itself.
I found something inorganic. I don't think it belongs here, but I'm worried it will potentially upset the structure of this thing.
Well, it doesn't seem to have had much reaction to what you've done so far. You don't think it's like a heart or something, do you? Inorganic means not alive, right?
Correct. I don't believe it is a organ. Feels solid.
Worth a shot.
Not the best we got right now.
Well, here goes nothing, I suppose. And he's gonna try and yank it out.
Okay.
Oh, you have to make that noise.
All right. And as you do, as you give it a good yank. It separates with relative ease, seemingly very much whatever it was not holding itself together very well. As you sort of yank it out and go ahead and kind of dust it off to kind of get a better look at it, you can see that the cloth-like substance was just that, seemingly black cloth itself that was wrapped around the body in some way, shape, or form. Followed by the hard substance, as you sort of give it a rub, is a red gemstone.
What do you make of that? He's going to, not exactly, considering your current sensibilities, Thaddeus, he's just gonna kind of plop it into your hands.
Thaddeus is going to compulsively pull out a handkerchief with his eyes closed, wipe it off a bit, and then look at it. Huh.
Should I turn around, or...?
You can take a look at this. This isn't... It's not messy, at least. But it is confusing.
Yes, do your people have, any particular kind of affinity for precious stones?
As he turns around and hears that word, you see his eyes go wide. Well, we have, we found a few of them in the formations here before, but it's not entirely common. I mean, my sister had one.
What, color was hers?
It was red.
Oh dear. Quinn, my dear fellow, would you perhaps care to take a look at this one that I just happened upon?
Yeah, I mean, I've gotta have a spine, right? Captain of the guard, right?
Yes, I hope yours grows rather quickly.
Oh no.
He'll walk over and just kind of grab it and just stare at it for a bit. I gave her a small choker. We didn't have much cloth. I mean, you know that. It's for her 20th birthday. Small.
But you're quite certain that it's this one. It doesn't just look similar to it.
No, I mean, it's in the shape I carved it. I think that's probably hers.
When I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I mean, it's... I'm glad to have it back, I suppose.
Thaddeus is gonna give Quinn a hug.
But she's... That would mean that this is her.
Save your words. Please.
No, I'm not like this. That's her, isn't it?
We don't know that for certain.
Open it.
Do it, SK.
Alright.
If we don't have a definitive answer, it's just going to eat at him. You know that.
Gives a nod. He'll go back over to the plant body and still with careful acts and precision. He's not just like tearing into it, but he is making precise cuts, along what he presumes to be like the shape of the body, and splitting the plant creature open and seeing what he sees.
As you do this, Thaddeus, I imagine you're still like holding him in a hug.
Yeah.
All right. So they are essentially, they start off trying to watch because they want to, see any sort of potential revealing factor beyond the choker.
Mm-hmm.
But the longer they watch, you can feel them get kind of like wobbly, and eventually they turn around and just are unable to help themselves from vomiting onto the floor. I wanted to look, but I can't right now.
Perhaps, Thaddeus, you might remove them while I finish.
Yeah. Quinn, we should go.
Okay.
Don't beat yourself up over this.
You can see he's holding the gemstone of the choker in his hand, like gripped so tightly that you can see his hand shaking from it.
I'll be most careful, Quinn. I'll let you know what I find.
You can see he just nods as they walk away. Yeah?
Yeah, he's gonna keep digging.
All right. Then as you continue to dig, pretty much all along every part of it, this vine-like exoskeleton kind of continues to be just about as thick as it was before. But as you start to continue to make your precisions, continue to pry it open to sort of separate it, you notice that at some points it like kind of sticks. Not like as in it's like still truly attached, but like it's been stuck there for so long that it's almost like melded in some ways. But not to in a way that would hurt the body upon separation. Sort of as you do, you can see like at every point of the body, essentially, it is thoroughly emaciated. Like almost like mummification levels. But through whatever means, this ooze, this liquid, does seem to have kept it hydrated. Does seem to have kept it sustained, albeit not healthfully, if that makes sense. And
Like just enough to preserve it.
Just enough to preserve it, right? So as you kind of proceed to, continue to rip it, you can see that you've moved further down the chest line, and you can see that the breathing is coming from the body inside.
Huh. Still alive then.
And as you continue to... Oh, go ahead.
No, that was it.
Okay, yeah. As you continue to move, the arms look really rough. Like, you can basically see the bones through them. And you have peeled away, essentially, all of the exoskeleton minus the fly trap itself.
And I presume that is where the head is of this body.
The little thing in the middle of the fly trap?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. That would be correct.
All right, my dear. Let's see if we can get you some fresh air. And so carefully, he's gonna try and, while avoiding fleshy bits as much as possible, just right down the middle, trying to carve the flytrap head away.
All right. And as you do, you kind of like make an outline over where like essentially the part of the hair is in the middle and just sort of carve out, trying to essentially pop it off as well as you can. And as you do, and as you're working on this, you can see that the sphere shape in the center of the fly trap almost becomes like translucent as you do this. And you can see a bit of a face start to poke through as you kind of like carefully maneuver yourself in order to be able to separate. But you are able to do so, having had the experience of the rest of the body at this point. And as you sort of lift it up, you can see that there's just this layer of almost skin that proceeds to sort of just lift itself off, almost like a face mask, but just infinitely grosser. Lift itself further off, and it's pulling the skin of the face with it. Not to the point of discomfort, but you work extraordinarily slowly as it lifts further and further off, and you see just the cheekbones are nearly exposed, the jawline is just so clear. Like there's not much more than skin and skull left of this body as you continue to move it. But as you set it aside and take a look, you can see the neck pulse in and out as the breathing that seemed somewhat faint before is a little bit raspier, but remains.
Quinn! Thaddeus! I think you ought to come in.
All right. Come on, Quinn. Let's
No.
go.
Now, Quinn, I don't want to alarm you any more than we already have. And I want you to take utmost care. She's a fragile thing right now. But have a look.
And as they look over, you can tell they struggle to do so. And I'll just sort of describe this for the rest of you as well. Similarly to that of Gale, you can see that there's, even though this has been separated, there's still some vines moving in and out of different parts of their body, seemingly, while this exoskeleton has been removed, some have buried deeper and become, well, for lack of a better word, almost like a parasitic symbiote with it, where it still seems to be a part of this body. And as Quinn kind of looks at her, they just kind of softly say, That's my sister. That's Aideen.
I believe she's still alive.
Oh. All those years she snatched. And this is what became of her. Oh gods, this is what became of all of them, isn't it?
Impossible to say without inspecting every single part of the Namiota's branches, but it wouldn't be implausible.
She's alive, and that's what matters. Oh my god, my sister's alive.
She is. I imagine, though, she's going to need some extensive care. I don't know. I'm not a doctor, not a medical man, but what's happening here? And he sort of points to all the wriggling tendrils of plant life that's still, surrounding her. I can only presume that they are still a part of her.
Yeah.
Although, I wonder, Lark had mentioned the water would be effective against the Namiota. With your permission, Quinn, might we put that to the test?
It's important to try. Her left hand. You can
Now,
try there.
I want to be abundantly clear. The thing about parasitic natural relationships, oftentimes it's gone far enough that once the parasite is removed, the host is damaged enough that it's beyond repair. I feel I should prepare you for that potential outcome.
Can I have some time to think on it?
Of course. Of course.
I mean, I suppose we should get her some food or something. We can try and get someone to mash up some fish into liquid consistency.
Some clear water would also do her some good as well.
Right, water. Can get that too.
While we're at it, I have an idea. SK. Do your best to keep her stable. I'm going to go fetch Kloven.
Ah. Of course, good idea.
If normal medicine can't help things, we might need to call in a miracle.
Yes, quite right.
Alright. Then, just for the sake of brevity, Kloven is at Gale's, correct? I think Kloven and Tate are both at Gale's.
Yes.
Yep.
Lark is also there as the day goes on. So you pop into the... Go ahead.
Would Tate be able to tell Kloven about Lark at some point before their conversation?
Yes, no problem.
Oh, yeah, you said sick for brevity, right?
Yeah, but we'll just say Thaddeus comes in and essentially tells you the quickest gist possible, and then go ahead and play out from there.
Oh, well, quite a surprise, but a good one, I suppose. I'm at your service.
Yeah, we need to go now. She wasn't in a good spot when we found her.
Okay, well, I think it's best if we all go as a group. Tate, are you alright joining?
Yeah, of course. Just the situation here with Gear will be fine without us, right?
I think
Lark,
she's stable for right now.
Lark, who just kind of chimes up, she says, "Do you need a second pair of hands, or a third, fourth, whatever?"
You're willing to help without any strings attached. Why not?
Of course. Don't give me enough credit.
No, in my defense, you haven't exactly proven yourself quite yet.
Just focus on how this will help with Gale. Whatever's affecting Quinn's sister is probably the same thing that's affecting Gale right now.
You know, you've got a good point. If we can fix her, there might be hope for Gale yet. Maybe Quinn's gonna be able to avoid that paperwork after all.
Paperwork?
You would not believe how scared they were of writing things down.
They have paper down here.
They've got plenty of trees. I don't
Eh.
see why it would be that much of a problem.
They don't exactly go up to the trees. Not exactly safe. Paper's
Oh.
very scarce.
True.
And they use it on paperwork.
Bureaucracy
Stonework.
never fails.
Man, I hate bureaucracy.
Just imagine your Quinn with the stone tablets, just like Nazir, that copper trader.
Yeah.
Oh no! Not in the seer.
But
Yes,
yes.
copper.
You make your way back to the guard chambers where SK, ID, and Quinn is there at this point with just like a small glass of water and is slowly attempting to feed it into Idine's mouth. And they see you all appear and just says, "Oh, all of you. That's good.
We're better
Please,
in numbers, that's for sure.
please help."
Yeah, consider us your emergency response team.
Lark, I didn't expect to see you here. Just say, I can help in more ways than you probably know that I can. But
Can
please,
certainly use your help then, Lark.
go ahead, Kloven. You've had experience with this so far.
Alright, don't mind if I do then. He's going to walk over and I guess start seeing if a general cure wounds will help.
Mm-hmm.
If not, just maybe like a general like medicine check or
What?
not sure.
Roll the medicine check first. We'll start there.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
No, I'm not giving you advantage. It's fine.
You
Messed
should
up.
have.
I have to draw the line somewhere. You wouldn't know
More
anything about
advantage, DM. More advantage.
If
More
Lark was helping
advantage.
me.
More advantage, waiter, please. Waiter.
Waiter! My steak too juicy!
But yes, you sort of take a look, and from what you can gather, it does look very similar to Gale's condition, just like far more advanced. And so you take a deep breath, and you see Lark actually kneel down next to you and just say, "Would you like some assistance? Or am I not welcome here?"
No, any help is good help if you're willing to give it.
I am.
Then I'll take your offer.
And so, kind of seeing the magic that you started channeling into your hands, she looks down to it, acknowledges it, takes a deep breath and begins to channel the same magic herself of just like a cure wounds. So please go ahead and make me a cure wounds roll. Whatever level you want to do, you know, your choice.
I'll probably use a 3rd level just because he's probably been using some on Quinn. On Gale. Oh, 35. Oh,
Holy shit!
yeah.
Nice.
That's a roll right there.
Yoo-hoo.
All right, that's much higher than I was expecting that to see that.
Honestly, same. God powers.
All right.
That's our healer.
Yeah, that's our fucking healer right there.
Don't expect it again, okay?
He'll never roll this good again.
Between the two of you, you are able to heal essentially 50 points of damage. But, you know, this is a little bit different than damage. But as you do, you sort of see, like, that SK has essentially just been, like, working. I'm putting words in your mouth, but I assume this is what you're doing, so I apologize if it's not. Like, it's been kind of, like, attempting to clear off all the goop, essentially. So
yeah, he definitely doesn't like being super goopy. So.
Yeah. And just so you see the skin is just extraordinarily pale, and just as you both press your hands into one into the right arm, one into the left arm, you can see some of the color of a person that is truly alive return. It's not making the vines move back very much. You do notice a small bit start to recede.
It's progress. Small, but it's there. I think they'll be just fine after a little bit of rest. Thank you, Lark, for the help.
Of course. I was here when Sister went missing, so...
Glad she's returned home then.
Me too. Well, she's not saved yet. I think there's still a lot more work to do.
Let's get to it.
And while Lark and Kloven proceed to continue to essentially try and heal Ideen, Quinn's gonna kind of take a step back and just sit down and just look over at the rest of you and just say, "We're not doing much help here. Do you mind sitting with me?"
Not at all.
How far away would you say they were sitting?
Probably just 15, 20 feet.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I think while they're doing this under his breath beside Lark, Kloven's going to whisper, "A godchild. You? You too?"
I wasn't lying about that. You are too.
He kind of silently looks over to the rest of the party. Not exactly as bold and forthcoming as you, though.
They don't know. I mean,
You don't think it's a little crazy?
Cleric of Bahamut, that is also a son of Bahamut, is pretty crazy.
Is it that obvious?
Takes just one arm off and just taps the forehead just right in front of where her bunny ears are. Says, horns. Don't look like Tiamat's.
Tiamat. Wait, who is that?
You don't know who Tiamat is?
Another dragon, I presume?
Mm-hmm. Chromatic dragon. Often considered to be quite evil.
His eyes kind of widen a bit at that.
I'm surprised, considering she is the eternal rival of Bahamut. They are brother and sister.
Is she now?
Hmm.
He never did quite speak of the rest of his family, though I suppose he has only just recently spoken to me.
Well, you ever see a dragon with 5 heads? Let's probably stay away.
I will take that into consideration.
When we're done here, let's talk more.
I'd like that.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this scene here. I think we've gone on long enough for this, even though it was very good. And we will move straight along to that scene that essentially was just happening of Lark and Kloven. So I imagine just most of the gang kind of just has lunch and essentially just kind of watches over as the 2 clerics kind of do their best to stabilize Ideen. And though it finishes with still very labored breathing, there's definitely noticeable trends of like, this is working in some way, shape, or form. This is working. And start to like feed her some water, feed her a little bit of food here and there to keep her going. As take a deep breath and say, well, that's probably all we can do for the day. So Lark kind of takes her hands off of Ideen, heaves a deep sigh and just says, all right. I'll be back in 8 hours, I think.
Yes, I think we both need a good amount of rest. He's like wiping sweat off of his brow.
You all go rest. Wait, I know you're not leaving. I'm not leaving. I know. But Kloven, would you mind coming with me for a bit?
Most certainly. Is everyone all right? Need anything before I go?
No, you're all good.
All right then. I'll follow your lead.
She'll just start to walk, off in like a direction like kind of deeper into the underground, not towards the cove or anything further, but just like wait until you get to the point that hasn't exactly been built out yet, and just sort of go ahead and lean her back against the wall and just say, so, how is Dad?
Hard to read, if I'm completely honest. But I'm sorry, are you referring to your father as well, or?
Oh no, I don't have any idea who my father is. Selune took many suitors.
You said she's been quiet as of late. When was the last time you spoke with her?
When did the mist roll in?
That was quite some time ago.
I mean, most gods can't reach this plane. You talk like you've spoken to Bahamut recently.
It wasn't that long ago, actually. And to be honest, I don't think he was intending to speak with me first.
She kind of like quirks her head and just like, wait, you actually spoke with a god in this realm?
I did, yes. I know it's hard to believe, but I guess.
I mean, here I was sort of expecting to have a conversation about how it's been hundreds of years since we both heard from, you know, the person that gave us life, and you spoke to yours in the last while.
Spoke, debated, had little conversation, but more vague talks than actual conversation. But yes, I suppose it was.
Oh, I want to talk to Mother again.
Don't get too jealous now. The gods are fickle ones.
How old
What
are
was your
you then?
relationship to? Oh, me? No. Just a few years over 20, nothing more.
Okay. This is a little different than I thought it was going to be.
You mentioned your... forgive me, I don't want to speak a lady's age out loud, but...
Older than 500, I believe I said. You lose track once you get into the upper hundreds.
Is that normal for a child of a god?
Well, you are immortal. Goodness, how little do you know about yourself?
Well, I'm actually just finding all of this out within the past month or so. Before then, I didn't even know I had parents. Just a sister.
And she's also a child of Bahamut. His Holiness, the Radiant Platinum Dragon.
Yes, she is. But what does that mean then? That I'm able to communicate with Bahamut, and why now of all times? I mean, you've lived for so long.
A long time ago, when mist began to roll in, there was a loud rumbling and sounds of great crashing. For the world as we knew it changed. The world I come from was extraordinarily different than the one that I find myself in now. Where I'm from, there is no sun.
No sun. Well, there's barely a sky here.
Exactly. Barely a sky, And even in the night, no moon to be found. I'm not even sure if there's a sun, to be honest. It just all seems like some sort of strange joke. Just light emanating from the heavens. Doesn't make any goddamn sense.
It just goes to show that, gods are real. I'm getting more affirmations every day.
Oh, they're very real. They just don't come here. It's a godforsaken place.
Maybe this time is different. Maybe my presence is something to say for this dark world we live in. It all
Yes.
sounds rather intimidating, to be honest.
That's probably the right expression. I mean, there I was, worshipped by a whole town, the center of all of their culture, doing my job baptizing people into the moon well, bringing them back up to be one with Selune when they died. And then, all of a sudden, just, everything's gone. No more moon, and thus, my connection with powers fades every day.
Due to the mist, yes?
It's the mist, but there's something else going on here, and I don't quite know. I told you. There's no moon, I can tell you that much. I would feel it if there was a moon. Yet somehow there's still light that seems to reach down into this world whenever it's nighttime. It doesn't make any sense.
No, it certainly doesn't. I may know someone who knows the answer, but not quite keen on having a conversation with them anytime soon.
Oh? Not father?
Oh, I have plenty questions for him, and that's certainly one I will ask, but at least we know we can get rid of one thing. If we get rid of the mist, perhaps we can find your moon as well.
I don't think there is one here, but if at least worship returns, that would help.
Well, if you need anyone to worship you,
Are you insinuating you would do the job?
I can do quite a many jobs, but
Are you flirting with me, Kloven?
take it whatever you will. But it's nice to know I'm not alone in this world.
I'm glad that that's the case too. I'd like to meet this sister of yours at some point.
She is actually very lovely. I think you would love her. The whole town does.
What's her name?
Mai.
Hi.
She is my sister.
Interesting.
When we do finish here, I mean, you're welcome to come back with us and see the sights, and who knows, maybe Bahamut will want to talk to you as well.
I can't. Last time I attempted to leave this place, with every bit of distance I traveled away from the Moonwell, I just lost my grip more. Furthest I got was the flying island that we spoke about that before.
The island. Have you actually been up there?
I have.
What's there? Forgive me for being so blunt, but I am a seeker of knowledge.
I wouldn't recommend going up there.
You can recommend, but considering the company I keep... It's hard to ignore it.
Well, I'll say this much. When I went up to the floating island, I found one singular person that was willing to help me. But they couldn't help. Too busy being locked away. And I felt a bit of camaraderie. This girl. Both of us being beings that were locked away by something. Myself by my own attachment to the Moonwell, and her by... well, I'm not quite sure. But...
Did you happen to get her name?
Lark.
He kind of phrases it out that.
Her name was Lark.
I wasn't aware it was such a popular name.
It's not. Can you keep a secret, Kloven?
I kept so many, I don't see why I would be open to telling them now.
And she'll sort of saunter over to you and kind of get a little close for comfort, lift your chin up and just says, Lark's not my real name.
Is it now?
It's Ku.
Kind of so Ku.
I
It's a
just
lovely name.
didn't want the people here to know that name. Because if any of them remembered, they would treat me differently.
Out of character, DM, does Kloven know that name or recognize that name?
No. No checks can be made because you do not. Not even a little.
Gotcha. Well, Kloven never minds closing in a personal distance, so he's just smirking his little quirky smile. It is nice to officially meet you then, Ku.
Don't use that name elsewhere. Consider it a bond between, like, individuals.
I feel closer to you already.
Not too close. I do bite. She blinks her eyes, and the same thing that Tate saw is there's like little slits that appear in her eyes for a bit.
Oh, that's just making me more excited.
Goodbye, Kloven. She'll walk down the hallway away from you.
Rest well, Lark.
You too. We'll have a long night ahead of us once we get our rest.
I could have had a longer one together, but I suppose that's fine.
Tut tut tut, not yet.
Yes. I'll see you in the morning then.
All right. God. Sorry, flirting with friends is really fun. You should all try it sometimes.
What?
Kloven.
There he goes again.
Brother is not getting any, goddamn.
Not.
Put him in the chair.
Yes, so that will conclude that scene. So I imagine just you all sort of take a moment, kind of relax for a bit, and you kind of come back to the living area that you've been kind of chilling in. And you notice just, I'll make this like everybody coming back in unison because I don't want to exclude anyone from this scene. But you notice Anti, who's been very, very, very quiet today. Don't really question it too much. You can't really understand much about them. But as you reconvene, you can see that they are currently sitting in the corner of living space with their eyes currently not displaying any color. It's just kind of a dark black sphere.
That's new, isn't it? Unless they're in some kind of stasis?
Tate's gonna look at the rest of the party, see if they do anything, but if they don't, he's gonna walk up and poke Anti.
As you go ahead and walk up and poke them, you can see that, like, immediately lights begin to flicker back on, this time an orange hue. And almost like you can hear sort of like a small... Hey, you would know this, actually. Almost like you could hear a small motor revving a little bit. You see them, like, the general posture begins to shift as the lights turn on, and they look over at you and just says, "Ah, friends. Have you been having a productive day?"
Yeah. But what about you? You doing alright?
I am doing fine myself.
Out of character, this is for the eye. Are the eyes still black or
They're orange.
they're orange? Wait.
So
Orange?
this is
I thought you
Liana.
said Liana.
This is Liana.
Okay, right, Liana. You and Anti look like y'all were glazed over.
Ah, yes. I have been speaking with Antarinum for most of the day, and they are feeling a little weak at the moment.
Weak, as in, are they still recovering from our last encounter?
I believe that would be a fair way to put it, yes.
I see. Does this mean you'll be sticking around then for a while, Liana?
Do you wish to speak with Antarinum for this?
No, I was just wondering. Sorry, I'm still wrapping my head around how Anti and you work. Sorry, it shouldn't be taking me this long, but...
No, it's fine. It's quite simple. Depending on which color the eyes are, shows who's fronting in the system.
No, I get that, but I mean the fact that you two share a body, but one of you can be more exhausted than the other?
Correct. If Antarinum is exhausted by the day's activities, I can always take over for them. The body does need to rest, but the mind can always be shifted.
Gotcha. Then, out of character, it's just the party here, right? Like,
Mm-hmm.
Adamar... Is Quinn here?
Quinn is not here.
Okay, I guess this could also be, like, hand-wavy, like how we loop Adamar and
Mm-hmm.
anti-Liana into the Lark's a freak allegations.
Allegations. I think it's conviction.
Well, we only SK's seen things, so I guess it's you know. There's no documentation yet, despite all the paperwork, apparently.
Well, Kloven thinks she's a different kind of freak, so you know.
I think that's...
I plead the fifth.
If you wish to talk to Antarinum, they seem to be willing.
What about you, Liana? Anything on your mind, or...?
My current goal is to make sure that Antarinum is feeling all right.
Then, sure. Bring out Antarinum. I'd like to hear from them.
See, the eyes go black for a moment before they proceed to light up once again with red colors. As their backs, as like the form sort of straightens up a little bit, they look over to the rest of you. Greetings. Observation. You all seem worried for me.
Way of putting it.
Yeah.
How are you holding up?
Observation. I feel strange. Like some part of my inner workings are malfunctioning. Liana told me it was normal. I do not feel normal.
Can you describe it for me?
Observation once more. I feel... They hesitate for a moment. Liana, clarify. See their eyes shift back to orange. Antarinum feels anxiety over the possibility that Venus may not be salvageable. As the eyes shift back to red. Affirmation. Though it does not quite make sense. I should not feel anxiety. Conclusion, I must be malfunctioning.
Why wouldn't you feel anxious?
Yeah, that's a pretty normal thing to feel anxious over.
Clarification. I do not feel emotions.
What about all the times when you say humorous?
Intriguing. I had not thought of them as such. It was merely an observation that things were humorous.
I think there's a chance that maybe you were told you didn't feel emotions, but that might not have been the whole truth of it.
Or perhaps you learned them. Mannerisms.
True.
Recall.
Point.
No.
I have been observing humans for over a century. I have seen them die, I have seen them grieve, I have seen them struggle. Conclusion, this is not due to exposure to humanity.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if it's just mannerisms, then you wouldn't be feeling anxious, you'd be acting anxious, right? I think maybe you've never really had the chance to explore your emotions. I mean, you were holed up in a tree for your entire life, right?
Affirmative.
So, stands to reason there's a lot you don't know about yourself, but it's okay to feel anxious about losing a sibling. It's downright normal.
Yeah. Especially when you don't know whether it's guaranteed or not.
Pardon me if this is a insensitive question, Anti, but does Liana feel emotion?
Eyes shift from red to orange. We do.
I see.
So it's not something inherent to you that you don't.
Perhaps it is simply a matter of delegating the less desirable parts of existence to your siblings.
Eyes shift back to red. Explanation. I do not know my creator's full intentions, as I was only activated once placed inside of the stocks. I was not prepared for situations. I merely know my programming and what I am supposed to do. I was not programmed with a contingency plan of guardian corruption. I do not know if absorbing a corrupted guardian would corrupt me. Without the memories of Venus, I cannot reach the potential intended for me. Conclusion, anxiety. I do not want to fail you all or this world.
Well, when you put it like that, I think you have plenty of reasons to feel anxious.
But, Anti, Thaddeus is gonna get down on one knee real quick, just to, get on level. Do you think you're a failure?
Negative.
Not. Good. Because you're not. Here's what I'm thinking. You're right to worry about Venus. I'm worried that... I told SK this earlier. I'm worried that we'll fail you. I'm worried that I won't have the ability to pull her out, and we're going to have to do what has to be done. But anxiety is the enemy of progress. And we need to make progress if we're ever going to get out of this, right?
Affirmative.
So, I can't tell you to not feel anxious, because that's disingenuous and wouldn't be very good of me as one of your friends. What I can say is that I'm going to do my damn best to make sure your anxiety is unfounded. And I'm pretty sure that I can agree with everyone else here on that front. Right, folks?
Of course.
We're here for you. We're gonna make this work.
Thank you.
If anybody knows anything about anxiety, it's me. So if you ever need a shoulder to lean on, figuratively, not literally, you are quite big, I'm here for you. You might not have been programmed to do this, but opening up is something we mortals do all the time, and it tends to help when we get through with it.
See the eyes shift back to orange. We first felt emotions in Kenril. Once the people there began to turn on me, I began to feel fear. And since then, many others have begun to become clear to me. This is what was normal and what I attempted to explain to Antarinum. They seem worried that this will cloud their judgment. Shifts back to red. Affirmative.
Well, if that's what you're worried about, would you rather stay back while we took care of things?
Negative. You require my services.
That we do.
If you were to fight the Namiota, they hesitate for a second. Correction, if you were to fight Venus, without the mist filtration, you would certainly all die.
That is a factor, isn't it? Anti, I'm gonna need to ask you a question.
Acknowledged.
This is probably going to be the hardest thing I'm ever going to have to ask from you, but to be honest, we're going to need the help. Worst comes to worst with Venus. We need to have a contingency in case we can't fix them.
If we
You know
cannot...
yourself.
Continue.
Go ahead.
Okay, I'll go. If we are unable to save Venus, then we will simply take the eye and place it once more into the tree.
All right.
We do not need their body to cleanse the mist from this area.
If that happens, are you prepared for that?
Unclear.
If you can face your worst fear about what's going to happen and say that you'll make it through, that you'll survive, then anxiety and fears have no power over you.
Observation, I will survive.
Exactly. You got a logical brain. I thought you'd see it that way.
Additional clause. Absorbing Venus is the fear. Clarification, Venus does not have to be alive when absorbed. Directive, see Liana.
You mentioned the corruption. Were you worried about it getting to you?
Affirmative.
Oh. It's a risk you don't have to take, mind you. But it's up to you if you want to for Venus. But I think you already have your answer.
Affirmative. I do want that. I want my siblings to be safe.
And we'll help you. Worst comes to worst, I mean, if it's anything like the corruption the other people have been facing, Kloven and I will be able to help you control it.
Yes.
And we've got plenty of science whizzes back home on top of Thaddeus. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, there's also possibility of other survivors as well. Trying to restore them. Gonna be a lot of work, but I'm confident in our abilities. We'll see to it that your sibling comes home safe.
Appreciation. We would like to know why and how, so that we may avoid it in the future.
Well, that's just the question we came here to answer, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
All right. Anyone have anything else to add?
I'm good.
Kloven's just looking so visibly sore right now.
Alrighty. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and call session here for today.
Sounds good.
Getting close to 10, and I know I am feeling the eeps. So, but yes.
Yeah.
Thank you all so much for playing. I really do appreciate it. I hope you all had fun with this session.
Thank you for DMing, Lily.
Of course, of course. Then I will go ahead and do the little outro. Thank you all for watching. We'll be back here in a few weeks. I will hopefully be having this uploaded in the next few days. Next session is in 9 days. So we'll be continuing to explore and getting closer to the finale of this little arc that we've got going on here. So thank you so much again, and we will see you all next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
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 Bye!